Hello everyone, my name is Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. So, it's been a rough week, I'll be honest, and there's not much I can do about it, so what I'm going to do to try to control how I feel and how I'm going to be doing from the rest of this week and so on, is I'm going to do some self-care. So self-care looks a little bit different for everyone. In my opinion, self-care has to do with like your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, and all of the well-beings that there are coming together, right? So I do have some ideas on what I'm going to do for self-care today on my little post-it note here. So first I'm going to have some water. Like, water is so important for you. I absolutely hate water, and I will tell you to the day I die that water is the worst. But it's also really good for you. So I do need to drink more of it, and we have water bottles and like water enhancers and stuff, so that makes it a little easier, but like also if it's cold it's a lot easier. So that's definitely a good idea for me to do. Next I have gaming. So gaming is something that's not necessarily really important to me, but something that like really gets me in a good mood, because it's something that I really enjoy and something that brings me a lot of happiness. So I think I'm going to play some Zelda. Zelda is my favorite franchise, if you can't tell by my Zelda poster back here and like my Zelda figurines and all that. Absolutely love the Zelda franchise. Right now I'm playing Breath of the Wild again, and it's so good. It's so good. And I might play Tears of the Kingdom later too, which isn't my favorite Zelda game. It's kind of meh to me, but I want to get back into it again because I want to see if maybe my opinion will change on it. Next we have some therapy stuff. So I'm not currently in therapy, but I do have therapy related things like books, like CBT, DBT, and just coping mechanisms and stuff. So for those of you who don't know, CBT is cognitive behavior therapy, and it focuses on your thoughts, feelings, and actions and how they coexist. And then DBT is so much more complicated to explain, but essentially there's like 4 pillars that you rest on to get through tough emotions, I guess is a good way to explain it. But I'll put some links down below for CBT and DBT and kind of a better explanation of it than I'm giving. Next I want to read. Obviously this is a bookish reading channel, so obviously we're going to be doing some reading. It's a thing. Mostly I'm focusing on City of Brass. I have it right here. Yes. City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, and it's so good. I'm on page 300 already. Well, 299. But yeah, I'm very, very close to 300, and it's a really, really good book. I definitely recommend it. It follows 2 characters predominantly, Nari and Ali. And it was a really good book, and I'll try to explain some more of it later and get into it better. But for now, I'm not up to it. Next I want to do some meditation. So meditation is something that I don't get into the practice of doing as much as I should. It's something that really helps, especially ones that focus on your breathing. So there's a few channels that I go to, and I guess the 5-minute meditation works for me really well, because it's something that like is not overwhelming. Because meditations that are like 25 or 30 minutes, my thoughts wander, and it's just not a good time for me. So something that I kind of want to work on, and I think starting with 5 minutes is just more doable. Next, I want to focus on my YouTube/comfort shows. So I don't like have streaming platforms like Netflix or Prime or Hulu or anything, but I do have YouTube Premium. And YouTube Premium is great for like no ads and stuff, and watching your favorite creators without worrying about ads every 5 minutes. I do have a favorite creator that I go to for comfort, and that is TexanInTokyo. I'll also link them down below. They don't really post videos anymore, but back when I first started watching them, it was very comforting because I was going through a really tough time, and it was just such a sweet video series they were doing. It was a day in my life, and it was just so sweet. And I still go back to them for comfort, and it's really nice. And then the last thing I'm going to do is a live stream. So this will be later today. It's currently 8 in the morning, and the live stream is going to be around 4:30 p.m. And hopefully it goes well. I don't see it not going well. That's not what I mean by any means, but like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like having longer shows, sometimes I feel like having shorter live streams, and we'll see how it goes today. Hopefully I do at least 2 hours because that's the goal each time, 2 hours. And yeah, okay. So let's get into it by starting with some tea. So I actually decided to start with some water because it's actually really, really hot here already. 8 in the morning and it's so hot. Ugh. What's the temperature? This is 22. I don't believe that. Maybe it's like 22 feels like 30. That's Celsius, by the way. I don't know temperatures in Fahrenheit very well, but sorry. I'm sure you can look it up. Google it. Anyway, yeah, starting with water. Maybe we'll do tea later once the air conditioner is on for a little while and it doesn't feel so freaking hot. Like I'm already sweating. You can see like how shiny my face is already. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel nice. But yeah, I'm gonna have some water, watch my comfort show, that's TexanInTokyo, and it's so good, so good. And then maybe move on to a meditation, because I just feel very anxious this morning, and go from there. So I'm gonna do my 5-minute meditation now, and I think it's gonna be absolutely lovely. It's 5 minutes by Great Meditation. I could also link their channel down below. They're a great resource for a meditation that's only a few minutes. And it's not like it's scary because it's just a few minutes. It's something that's just meant to relax you, and that's okay. So here we go. So that meditation was absolutely incredible. I think it really helped bring me back to me, and it's amazing what coming back to your breath and just breathing really does for you. It like calms down your entire nervous system and everything. There's a bunch of like science behind it, but I don't really know that much about it. But I know how it makes me feel. I know it makes me feel really good. So that's something that really helps. So I can cross that off my list. Yay. Also cross the water off my list. I'm about halfway through the bottle. I know I need to drink a lot more water than that, but like, I'm getting there. It's okay. I got time. So then I'm gonna go back to my comfort show here and then maybe do some CBT, some cognitive behavior therapy, and go from there. So it's pretty hot out right now, so I'm going to try to make this clip as quick as possible so I can turn the AC back on. So essentially what I got done is I read a book that's an ebook. It's Toward Eternity. Don't remember the author's name, but I'll put it right here. And it's really good. It's a little pretentious, I guess. Like it's trying too hard. But it's not a bad book. It has really cool ideas in it. Like it's following AI and immortality. So it's kind of cool. We'll see how it is when I finish it. I think I have about 40 pages left. So honestly, like I'm getting through it and it's not a bad book. It's just also got the meditation done. I think I was talking about that earlier. And it was really lovely. I think I might do another one just to calm down after I had a nap. You think naps would be calming, but like they're not always very calming. So yeah. Also watched some YouTube comfort shows, and that was really nice. And I think I'm gonna get into either some gaming or some therapy. I'm gonna do some therapy first just because like get the emotions out and then fight it out with the Zelda game. You know what I mean? So that should be nice. Okay, so I got quite a bit done today, which feels really nice. But I did all the things on my self-care list, which felt really, really good to like cross everything off. Because I'm a person that really loves lists, and I love crossing things off and feeling accomplished. It's just wonderful. Okay, so let's look at this list now. So I got my tea/water. I had both today. I had tea during my live stream, and then I had the water during the day and just throughout the day, and it was wonderful. I did game a little bit. I didn't play Zelda like I wanted to, but I can still do that a bit before bed. So we'll see on that one. Then I did some therapy stuff. Actually, there was something I wanted to share with you. So CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, is a lot about thoughts, feelings, and behavior and how those all coexist together. So there's something called cue-controlled relaxation. So the idea is to teach you to relax by using a word or phrase to remind yourself to chill out. And essentially what you do is you get yourself into a very relaxed position, mindset, breathing, all that kind of stuff. And then you use a word or phrase that can get you into that state, into that relaxed state, is what I'm trying to say. So the point of it is when you put yourself into this relaxed state and then use the cue-controlled relaxation, you can use this word or phrase anytime to relax yourself. Because your brain understands that these words mean you are relaxed. It has this like connection between this phrase and word and relaxation. So it's actually pretty cool, and I think it works pretty well. Mine is sanity or safeness, and I think that's really nice. Next I wanted to do some meditation. So meditation was definitely this morning, and it felt really, really nice. It got me into a nice state of like relaxation and just good breathing, all that kind of good stuff. And then YouTube/comfort show. I did talk about this a little bit. Then I wanted to do my live stream. So I still did do my live stream, even though I was having kind of an anxiety day. And it felt nice to do something that I would be doing on the weekends anyway, and not like putting it off or being like I can't do this today. So I powered through, and I think it went really well. Got to talk to some cool people, and just read and get distracted, of course, right? And the other thing I wanted to talk about is I finished the book Toward Eternity. Essentially this book was definitely a 3-star. I was saying it was pretentious before, and it is kind of pretentious. It was just, I think it was trying too hard. There was a lot of time skips and gaps in the knowledge and understanding of what was really going on in the book. So like it wasn't the best maybe for me. Maybe somebody else will enjoy it. But for right now, it just not for me, and that's okay. I did finish the book, which felt pretty good. So I think I am a little further in my reading goal, my Goodreads reading goal, than I was before, so that feels pretty nice. Yeah, so I think that's everything on my list right here. So yeah, I think today was pretty nice. I definitely wanted to get further in City of Brass, but I don't even think I picked it up today, to be honest. I meant to, but then I had another book that I wanted to finish, which was Toward Eternity. And, at least I read today, you know? I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. So yeah. Okay, so let me know down below, what kind of things do you do for self-care, and what does self-care mean to you? So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.